Gosh, I can't believe it, man. I went from being an Oregon Duck one night from losing my scholarship the other. I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking I did something idiotic because that's what youngins do. But I was truly wrongfully accused. See, after my last game last night, I stopped at the gas station to get some groceries from my mom's to cook dinner that night. But the police said I matched the identification of a suspect. See, I was arrested. News and reports went out, got back to Oregon, and instantly pulled my scholarship. See, the crazy part though, that whole night I was talking to the coach from Oregon, and he told me I wouldn't lose my full ride scholarship. But the dean said they couldn't do nothing about it but take it away from me. It's crazy. But all I could do was head back to school and think about how my entire senior year went from a dream come true to an absolute nightmare. It's sad, man. See, losing a girl, you can bounce back from. Somebody stealing some money from you can bounce back from. A lost game, something crazy. But losing a scholarship and being a person that looks like he's a criminal, it's not you can bounce back from. Walking back at school every day, everybody was staring at me looking like I was really out here being a thief, stealing, and being a thug. It's not my image. See, my dad and my mom's always told me my last name is Bless because I was truly blessed to be the next best thing. Man, I gotta get my scholarship back. I can't even lie, this shit hold me.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They say you gotta go and chase your dream.
After the charges was dropped, I had to start focusing on what I was gonna do. What was next for AMARI? Obviously, still football was in my head. I started getting text messages from local reporters asking me what I want to do. What's my college decision? I said, of course I want to compete for a national title. He said, which is the most important to you? Come on now, that's obviously the most answer I was gonna say. I wanted to make it to the league one day. That was always the big dream, to be an NFL superstar. And I always wanted to play for a coach for decades. That's why I was hoping Oregon would still consider me going to their school. I wanted that NIL deal. I wanted to be a road to Oregon Duck. But it looked like it was just gonna be up in here and there. But then again, I was just an afterthought. They got rid of me quick and got transfer portal, got Dylan Gabriel. So it had me looking at other offers I had. Washington State was always looking at me, and I ain't gonna lie, I went to stay in the Pac-12. Seeing Jimmy Rogers claim national title in FCS, I felt like he would have been a great school to go to. Next was Oregon State, playing close at home with Coach Bray. Now Oregon State was some school that's still close to home. My parents could come watch me play, and my little brother too. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be close to home. I said I wanted to stay in the West Coast because real talk, I felt like going to the East Coast or the South, I wasn't ready for that yet. I was a homebody. Next school was Coach Lewis at San Diego State, being an Aztec. Now he always been recruiting me, and he never gave up hopes on me. And he always said I could see you be an Aztec. And I ain't gonna lie, it was calling my mind. Now Coach Ken at San Jose State been calling me every day, telling me you should come to my school, you'll be a day one starter. And I ain't gonna lie, I love to hear the sound of that. But I also had offers from UCLA. Now Coach Foster at UCLA just lost his star quarterback in the transfer portal, Dante Moore, going to the school that I just got an offer from and I was committed to. Now so that made me really mad. So I was like, yeah, after them just losing a star player, me going to UCLA wasn't a bad idea. But then I got a Washington offer too, still on the table, from Kellen DeBoer, who just transferred to Alabama, and it came when Coach Fish came at me. He said, look, son, I know you had an offer from Kellen DeBoer, and I still would like to extend that offer to you. I know you see Michael Penix, and I can do the same for you. I had me thinking, but Utah was on the table too. And Coach Cal, I was surprised that he still was considering me come to a school, especially after the situation happened. But I was never turning down no offer and never look at it. Utah was a great place, but I felt like I had to change my game if I go there. So I think I made my mind, and with everything that happened, I felt like it was only right for me to go attend Oregon State. I wanted to stay in the Pac-12, and they got a game against Oregon. And I need my revenge against Oregon because I felt like I was just treated like an afterthought. And that really sits wrong with me. So I got to get my lick back. And when we play them, they're going to see who they really made a mistake on. They should have kept me. You chose Dylan Gabriel, now you got to live with that. After my suspension, my first game was against the team that I once was recruited by. It's crazy, man. I was so nervous. The jitters was getting to me. After being suspended for 3 games, the first game has to be against a big rival as Oregon, some school that I really wanted to be a part of and journey, and how they just put me as an afterthought left a sour taste. So I wanted this game more than anybody, but I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I had to get my mind right because going against Oregon was like something no other team, you know. But I think I did a good as I shift out the team off me, get them off me. I felt like they had to deal with me today, and they was about to see all of this. Like I was getting through the line easily. They didn't expect me to be able to be mobile like I was, but once I got mobile, I swept them off me, get them off me. I was out here taking hits like crazy, and I got the ball off. Like I knew I was in my bag today, and Oregon had to say, "Oh, you might have made a mistake," in which they did. As we got our first touchdown, the jitters got out of it. I knew I was going to come down here and make a statement. I was going to put this team on my back by any means. But as I said that, my offensive line said, "Boy, get up out of here, boy. Who you think you are?" I don't know who he was. I thought I was cold until I saw them boys. I had to start throwing the ball quick because, hey, they throwing my offensive line like that. Ain't no telling what they can do to me. They might hurt me. So I'm going to boy, I told you, this is Oregon we playing against. And they said, welcome. This is what you want to be a part of. As a freshman playing as a quarterback and playing in a high-stake game like this, let's just say, I think I did good. Yeah, I got hit a few times. Yeah, I might have made costly mistakes, but what you expect from a freshman going against a team like this? This is Oregon we talking about. They're number 2 at this time. And I was just going in my best, getting through the line. I was trying to get anything I could see. And the one thing they couldn't do with me was probably stop our run game. Our run game was very effective. And I mean very effective. I Heisman them, tell them, get them off me. I can't lie, man. But then I see my dog. And I knew we was going to get this easy one. As I pitched it out to my boy Griffin, and Griffin just took off. Come on, man. It was just an amazing feeling. Seeing that boy run like that, oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's Anthony. I thought it was Griffin. I thought I pitched it to Griffin. That was Anthony. My bad, Anthony. As the crowd getting hyped, we up 14-19. But at any given moment, Oregon can turn this game around. And I mean any given moment. As we running the passes like I'm telling you, every time they thought I was gonna run, I got a pass off. But now the game is close. And I mean close. So we had to run for our lives. And that was all we needed right there. They called that timeout, and I just kneeled the ball. Talking about a big relief to beat the team that once recruited you and you committed to, but they let go of your scholarship because of falsely accusing you for being a thief. Oh, that was the bittersweet. Man, oh my goodness, I was happy. Beating them boys, coach shook my hand. The other coach did too. The lady hit me up talking about, you want to go to a party after campus. I ain't gonna lie, I thought about it, but I couldn't do that. I was focusing on school, being here, enjoying the moment, and getting my diploma. And basically, next game was against Purdue. They really had a good game, I'm not gonna lie. For some odd reason, after playing Oregon, having a good game, this game, we started off slow, and they had my number from the jump. I mean, like, yeah, you see me passing these balls, but believe it or not, it's tough passing. I'm throwing off my back foot. I can't get nothing open because every time I see it, they would have the line. They had my deep, but I did swim them off. My goodness, I crossed that ball. Oh, my ankle. I ain't gonna hold you. I had highlights, but for the most part, yeah, you know, it wasn't the easiest game. And I mean very easy. Like, my boy Clemens was doing his job. like I said, we had moments. We was fighting. But it just felt like we really wasn't doing it. I thought it was a touchdown, but it wasn't. My boy Jamal said fumble the ball, and this is how it all starts. Downhill. And
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Like, it went really downhill after that, and I just didn't understand it. So I was just like, man, let's just get this game over with. Let's try to do something. But as I say that, my boy Griffin makes up for that last play he did with a big run. Now, I was shocked. After him fumbling the ball and to bounce back like that as a senior, it gave me motivation. And I ain't gonna lie, I had to think about it. I said, wait a minute. Let me check if this is on Heisman, because that was insane how you just fumble the ball and come back and make a play like that. And UZ, we on Heisman, baby. Let's go. So, yeah, man, it was just like an amazing moment. But then still, again, it was just a blowout. Next time we go to practice, I'm making sure my boys are ready, because we lost that game. We had a bye week. Now it's against another tough team. And now we in the Pac-12 conference games. Pac-12 games is a little bit more intense. We had to fight all of them, but our first competition really was Colorado State. Well, for me, we already lost to San Diego State in the Pac-12, and that kind of left us something sweeter on. But as I say this, my first play of the game, I see Griffin get busy straight off the run. I said, hold on, boy. Hold on. No, you did not just take off like that. Oh, that ass one we took last week put a bittersweet in you, huh? Just in case y'all think I'm playing, I didn't change no settings since we had that one ass whipping. Hold on. It's still Heisman, baby. It's still Heisman. I don't know. That boy Griffin said, hey, I got a point to prove, and he did that. He sure did that. Yeah. Get your dance on, dude. Let's get your jiggy on. Boy, yeah. Boy, I didn't know Griffin had that in his bag like that. Boy took off for 100 yards. That's like 100 yards. That boy was chopping too, and he slowed down. Get him off me. But man, you know what I'm saying? Now they got my momentum going. I see my dog wide open up the top. Is that Clemens again? Come on, why y'all leaving Clemens open? That's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let him know. There he is. Let him know. But now we back in the same predicament. Can we get another one from my boy Hawkinson? Oh, no, we doing a fast play. And I see, I should throw it to X, but it's cool. Clemens got me. But yeah, man, the game was still close. It wasn't like it was a blowout, but I just had to get shifty real quick for them boys. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, hold on, boy. That boy out here running like that. Yeah, I told y'all. Y'all keep forgetting. I'm very mobile. You know what I'm saying? So I had to let you know, and I'm blessed. My last name speaks for itself. Look how blessed I am with these feet. Oh my God. If I had a breakaway, it would have been over. But my boy Hawkinson fake it. Oh, my goodness, I didn't know. See, that's what happens when you fall into that situation. You get a little too big-headed and they put you in your place. But you know, I bounced back from that, took a hit. I said, hold on, let me throw this ball, because boy, heck, I ain't getting hit again for y'all. That was a crazy hit. But they still was in this game. And it was very close, and I didn't like it. So I had to fake them again. See, I didn't learn my lesson. But this time, man, I was like, I ain't fumbling the ball. We ended up winning this game by 5. Yeah, we scored a touchdown on the defense end. And I was just happy to get out of that one. The next game was a game against somebody I really love, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the military. I'm a very big fan of the military, Air Force. And my dad was in the Air Force at one moment. So, you know what I'm saying? I was happy to see this. So we had to play against Air Force. My dad didn't come to the game. And, you know, it was an amazing feeling. As we said this, we going against Air Force. They was already on the board, and I ain't kind of like that. But today was my day I had to make a statement. Because everybody kind of counted me out. I should have just kept straight, but I chose to do a juke. But it's okay, because the next play coming down, I said, all right, man, I haven't got me a rushing touchdown. Let me start with getting one real quick right here, you know what I'm saying? And I get my first rushing touchdown, and it felt good. They were still up. I'm telling you, Air Force was no slouches today. So I had to tell my boy Luca to get crazy. You know, with the speed. He was my fastest wide receiver on my team, so I had to make him lean low. And I see my dog right there on that pass. Oh my goodness, I'm throwing lasers today. I told you, I kind of feel good. My dad was in the crowd today watching me play. My boy Hawkinson got straight in that thing and got me another touchdown. Now we starting to play a tough game. And this game was starting to get real tough. As I turn around and show that I'm still mobile, I had to get mobile today. I don't know who they thought I was. I don't know what they thought it was doing. But my boy Griffin got straight in there and got busy. And now we taking over with the game. Now this game. Now I thought my boy Clemens was going to go here, but he went the opposite way. So I threw it to my dog for another TD. Shout out to my tight end, man. He been my main attraction this whole season. Like I said, he been the main person I throw the ball to. And now this is the end of the game. But coach was playing around. He put me in the game still. So I said, man, you know what? I'm going to just get another touchdown then. And that's how we got. I went off this game. And I can say this. My dad was very proud of me. Shout out to the Air Force. Thank you for your service. It's always a pleasure playing against some teams in the military because I respect our veterans and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. And we end up winning this game, but keep your head high. You played a good game in the first half. Second half we took over. And that's just really what it was. And this was one of my best games. I think for 390 yards, 67 completions, and 5 touchdowns. Now, next game was against Utah State. Now, Utah State was one of the little scrappy teams. You don't know what you're going to get out of them. But today I know what I was going to get out of them. And that's going to get the best for me. And that's what I was. I was just starting to get, I started really being myself. And I started being the person that made me a #3 recruit in the process. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like Oregon was my place to go, but I felt like Oregon needed me more than I needed them. And I'm going to make them show it. You know what I'm saying? As we get in our bag, I throw my touchdown to my boy Valson. That boy, I'm telling you, I had some dogs with me. I had the dogs. As I get them off of me, this is my best thing. I'm starting to throw passes like this. You might need to start worrying about me. I'm a freshman, but I'm gonna get better through time, and that's basically what I was doing.
Thank you. Come again.
Okay, that was an accident. You gotta scratch that. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. We gonna bounce back. That didn't happen. Y'all didn't see what I did when I threw that pass. But look, you know what I'm saying? As I mess up, I always bounce back with a dot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I bounce back like that. My boy Hawkinson. I love this boy Anthony, boy. Anthony, my dog, man. He my dog, just like my boy right here. I told you. Clemens was that guy in Valson. Valson said, oh, he should have just got the touch. I don't know why he was riding in the circle. Now we got to fight to get this touchdown. And I don't like that. The game is still close, 17-13. And now I see my boy right here, 43 on the cut. I'm like, yeah, we're going to put him straight for a streak and make him do this dig route, drag route. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm telling you. And we ended up taking this game 24-13. Big ups to them. I had an amazing game again, even though I saw my interception. That was like my second interception I had. But you know, 250 yards for 63, 3 touchdowns is still not bad for a freshman. Next game, we're going against another good team. Now this team is a team that I felt like was going to give me a scare because I kind of was not worried about majority of these teams that we played in the Pac-12 because I felt like we was the better team in the Pac-12. My only competition was going to be a team like this, Stanford. Stanford was my only competition I worried about this much. But I knew I show up on the big stage, and that's all I love to do. As I see my dog down here, I throw a dot straight down the middle to him. And I'm just saying, with that type of mentality I had, you can't tell me nobody's better than me. And I'm going to be honest with you. I told you when I said it. I feel like I'm the best out of Oregon since Justin Herbert and a little bit better than him. And I'm not going to lie about it. Because look, I'm showing you right there glimpses of something that is going to be the future quarterback. I'm not going to get big head and say I'm better than Patrick Mahomes, say I'm better than Cam Newton, than Tom Brady. But hey, I can be. And you mark my words and I stand on that. And you know what I'm saying? And this is really what it was. Like I said, I started to get in my bag more. As I started doing what I had to do to get my team involved, give my team the motivation, because we were still in the Pac-12, and we were still in the rankings to play in the Pac-12 Championship game. Yeah, so I was just making sure my guys do their job. As I keep throwing these dots to my boys, and we just running through Stanford. I thought they were going to be somebody better, but I never take nobody like me. And that's just me. I would never do that. So as I see my dogs, I'm just throwing passes like this off my back foot. You should already know that. At the end of the day, I'm just going to get a touchdown. And that's all I was doing. I was not even going to play no more. So I get a ball to my dog Griffin. You know Griffin just going to handle his job. That's what I love to see. He's a senior. He's my leader. You know what I'm saying? Just like my boy Hawkinson. Like Hawkinson too. Me and Hawkinson, man, nah. Then, just in general, to me, the running back core and me is just perfect together. We just got this connection. And I'm telling you, we have really got a connection. As my boy Hawkinson gets another touchdown, I'm telling you, it's just easy. And we end up blowing Stanford out. And after that, I was kind of comfortable. I felt like nobody in the Pac-12 could beat us no more. I felt like the Pac-12 was for us. I have went off for another great game. Nobody in the Pac-12 was ready for us. I promise you. Next game was against Fresno State. Now, Fresno State, another team in California that I kind of was not worried about. I was taking them light. Not as much, but I feel like I said last game against Stanford, nobody in the Pac-12 can stop them. So I'll start getting my bag. But these boys is really trying to be aggressive. Now, they had blocked my passing game all game. They must have watched our last game against Stanford when I threw some passes. So they were stopping it. But they didn't stop one thing. That was the run game. And when I mean a run game, I mean seriously. The run game! I mean it! I mean it! I tell you, the run game. I'm starting to get into my back. I'm forming into an animal. That's what I was telling you. Y'all think I was lying when I said that? I started to feeling like I am getting to be that person that I'm really supposed to be. I was blessed with these legs, man. I was blessed with this body shape. Strong, hood. I'm taking them off me and I'm running. You know what I'm saying? But look at the score. They still up and I ain't liked it. So I had to really bounce back again. But they tried to stop me. But Hawkinson, I tell you, on that wheel route, my boy Hawkinson does his job. I'm never worried. But we losing this game. And remember when I just said, like, I felt like nobody in the Pac-12 can beat us? Yeah. See how I get humbled that quick? I don't know what happened. I don't know. But all I know is we need to fix that. And they was not going to let me get another run. They said, no, you're not getting that. So I said, forget it. I'm going to give it to my boy Jim. And Jimmy going to go crazy. He's going to get a touchdown. But we ended up losing by 49. 31-49. It was crazy. I was Pac-12 Player of the Week, but it didn't matter. I took another loss. And as I see the standings in the conference, we all 3-2 now. Boise State is holding down 5-1. But our next game was another game that I was kind of not worried about because they was at the bottom in the Pac-12, Washington State. But I just know I don't want to take nobody else lightly after I just got humbled by Fresno State. But what I messed up was thinking like this was the same team as Fresno State. I forgot. This team, they was the 0-5. They really was not running nothing in the Pac-12. So I was like, okay, let me just start getting comfortable. As I see it, they kept letting me run. And I was confused on why they was letting me run like I wasn't mobile or something. They didn't have no quarterback spiral. So I just said, don't say let it. But I threw a nice laser on top of his head. I don't know how it got through, but as I saw my boy Darius, I knew we got a touchdown. I knew we had a touchdown. My boy Darius was there, and you know he said, that boy's a baby, and I ain't gonna lie. They were soft in tissue. You know what I'm saying? Baby soft. And I ain't gonna hold you. My crowd was ready. My boy Darius hold it down. You know what I'm saying? As he broke off, I hood. You know what I'm saying? I be hood. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. We truly blessed. Now it's 7-0, second quarter, game is still close, but I didn't care. As we got this, my boy fumbled. Now they back in the game. Now we throw the ball, now my boy barely gets in there. I'm telling you, every time I start talking confident about my team, it's like somebody just gets humble. Boy, my boy Griffin though, he do his thug thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, once you let us know, we a running team, mainly running team. We the running team. We didn't score right there. We had to go for 3, and then I throw this dot, but it got pass interference. I don't know, but I ain't gonna question the football gods. It's safe. Cause it was incomplete, but it gave me another set of down. Now I see my boy Clemens got a free dig route again, and look at this fade. Oh my God, he throws them off, and I just throw it. Oh my goodness, that's a laser. And now it's down to this, and we down, we up. Well, I'm gonna say we actually tied it up because he didn't get a touchdown right here. We just wanted to make them call their timeout. Now, as they used all their timeouts, now we scored that touchdown with my boy KeShawn. I'm telling you, as we nailed the ball. And that was another win. Like I said, never worried. We ended up beating Washington State. I wasn't nervous about that game, but I was on my P's and Q's because, like I said, Fresno State humbled us. And I got to remember that. So I wanted to play Fresno State, but next game was against Boise State. Now look at us. Boise State is number 1, and we all in a 3-man tie as 4-2. So if this game, I could possibly still make it into the Pac-12 Championship game. And this game right here is against Boise State. And if you don't know who Boise State is, they got Ashton Jeanty, the best running back in this year. And that boy is the best running back in this year. He's already a lottery pick in the draft. He might go top 10. We don't know. We don't know yet. But we will see to see. But Boise State, let's see how this goes. And I always love they field, but that wasn't going to intimidate me today. I said I ain't worried about none of that. As I see my boy, I had to make him go on the slant route. I said, let's go on the slant route. You know what I'm saying? They give y'all too much, but Darius was wide open, but I had to give it to Jetson because he's one of the fastest. And this is what happens when you get a ball to Jetson. This is what happens when you get a ball to Jetson. You tell me what I mean when I threw that boy too. Nelson was going. Jimmy too cold for that. Jimmy too cold for that. That boy Jimmy too cold for that. And I was like, okay, yep. I'm looking like this game's gonna be good. As I'm telling you, Hopkins is throwing them out. We just doing our things, and you know my name is AMARI, and what AMARI stand for? Blessed. You know me, cause I'm blessed to be on the field with these boys right here. Oregon State. Now I try to throw this little pass to Hawkinson, but you know, it wasn't too much coverage. Thank goodness they didn't get an interception. So I said, let me calm down and let's just go ahead and get us a nice little 3. And I take him off me. And I pass to my boy. Man, we throwing lazy. Called the timeout, quick timeout, so we could kick the field goal because we had the ball in the second half. So now I'm just going to throw the ball to my boy again. They leaving him open. I'm like, bro, I think these dots I'm throwing. He just told me these dots I'm throwing. And they kept leaving Jimmy open like Jimmy wasn't doing them. He was giving them the worst. But, yeah, sometimes that happens. So I had to help him throw that ball. And I threw a dot. Like, come on, off the back foot like that. We throwing lasers. And I'm like, oh, snap. Get him off me. Oh, my goodness. I'm trying my hardest. My boy Hawkinson, get him off you. Look at him. Hey, we break tackles over here. We in that running game. We breaking tackles in practice. So when y'all try to tackle, y'all better put some fierce to that. Cause look at that. Excuse me, get off me. Excuse me, get off me. Come on. That's cool. Now it's a close game. It's 13-10, and now I don't like how it's looking. But I say, Jamal, just go and get that. Matter of fact, let me go and do this. I couldn't take that no more. That hurt my soul. You feel me? I don't like how they was talking. I fumbled the ball, and the crowd got hyped. Had to pipe them boys down. You feel me? Don't get it twisted. I'm still that guy. I shouldn't have fumbled the ball. I wanted to challenge the play, but they didn't let me. So look at the, let me get that right through the middle. And that's how you go. Now the game is 20-10, but then really, like, this is what the game gets to. And now, I was hurt.
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Now we in overtime. My boy Jamal said, no, get right to it. Griffin said, we gonna do it. As I'm throwing passes, I thought my dog Vouch was gonna go this way. I've been saying his last name wrong, it's Vouch. But I said, no, man, Griffin, just get me in the end zone. Then he said, you get in there. I said, okay. Then now it's our time. They messed up on their overtime. And I was a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie, my heartbeat was fast. I was nervous now. Because if we beat this team, we can make it into the Pac-12 Championship. As I threw that pass, I knew the game was over. Nervous? Stop it. I was joking. Me nervous? Come on, man. We Oregon State. I told you. I was not losing another game as I played another great game. I felt like nobody could stop us. And after beating them, we is 5-2. Now everybody's even. And nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I told you I was focusing on my academics, and I'm all acing it, you know what I'm saying? And then look what we get to. We're going against Fresno State. Now, you remember last time we played Fresno State, they put a belt to ass on us, and I didn't like that. So this time around, and look at them. They're in the playoffs right now. Oh, it's on. It's on. I have to beat them. Now, I feel like I got to take them out. It's personal. Like Fresno State game was personal now. It was very personal. Man, now we got somebody going on. In this game, this time around, I knew what we need to do. And that was run the ball. Cause remember last time I said they were stopping our passing game, and I had said no. I told Coach, I said, Coach, they couldn't stop us on the run. And Coach believed me. He was like, you're right. So this time around, us three, Griffin, Hawkins, and me, I mean, if you think I'm lying about me, I'm like, what you talking about? Watch this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, does that kind of remind you of something? Do that not remind you of something? I did this to them again. Remember when I did this to them last time? I ran for my life. Like, this is starting to be a habit. I'm told you. I'm really blessed. I'm blessed, man. And like, I was not playing though this time. No games being played. I mean, we was not playing with these boys at all. I told you, the run game was going to be heavy today. And that's really what it was. I'm throwing the pass to Hawkinson getting these passes. We just doing our thing. The running back game and us, like I said, they was trying to focus on us. Load options. We throwing all these. They trying to hurt me, but they need to worry about my other boys, because my boy, Hawkinson, hit that gritty. Oh, come on. Oh, it's Hankerson. Oh, my goodness. I messed up your name, too. Anthony, my bad, sir. Anthony Hankerson, my bad. Anyway, look, they leaving Jamal open. My boy Griffin going crazy. Get him off you. You know what I'm saying? But look, I'm telling you, we was running the ball so much that they didn't know who to guard. They didn't know to stop me, stop my boy Griffin. They didn't know to stop Hankerson. It was just over with. 21-6. Now, last time they gave us belt to ass. We was giving them belt to ass this time. Because I told you, they humbled me, and I don't like that. I had to get it back in blood. So I got it back in blood ASAP, expeditiously. You feel me? And my shoulder was hurting. Remember when that happened in high school? I hurt my shoulder, but I got my lick back on them. And I didn't want to play no games with them. Now, we ended up beating them. We got our revenge. And it was bittersweet because we got in the Pac-12 Championship game. If anybody wanted that game more than me, I didn't throw the ball that much because they couldn't stop the run. But when I threw it, I am executing. And it was great to see that we ended up winning the Pac-12, took it away from them boys. I was so proud of my guys, man. They showed up today, they showed out. Now, the Heisman of this year was Will Howard. 46 touchdowns and 1 interception is crazy. I had a better pass game than him. But look what we did to them boys at Fresno State. We took them out of there. And our bowl game was against New Orleans. And I'm not going to lie, I was not worried about these boys. I wasn't, and I really didn't want to play. I had other stuff on my mind that day. And you probably like, what you talking about? Let me tell you, first off, I was thinking like, well, yeah, we won the Pac-12, but it wasn't really tough. I was thinking like, probably, transfer, looking at the practice. Yes, this is crazy. I'm thinking about this as a bowl game, but it just happens. I wanted to get my last game though. I wanted to play with my boys, get in there, ball out with them, win another bowl game, win a championship and a bowl game, yes. And really, Jack State was not even playing. They was really physical. I was hurt. My shoulder was still hurt from last game, from running the ball, but it wasn't going to stop me from playing my game. It was never going to stop me. Why would I stop that? And they were just leaving our boys uncovered, so I'm throwing dots. And it was just so simple. Like, it was not, like I said, I was so happy with this game. We were just doing that. Terry catching the ball, I was happy to play with him. They had to leave, but like I said, I was never prepared, wary, nothing. Because I know Griffin can get a touchdown. I know I can get a touchdown. I know Hankerson can get a touchdown. It was just all that. And they started to fight us. And we just wanted the ball. We wanted to keep the ball in our hand. And my boy Griffin gets busy straight through the middle. And then they called their last timeout right here because we was doing that. You stop us now or you don't. But guess what? Big fans make big plays, and I have got us to big play, stealed the ball, and that was the game. We won them both. Like I said, it was just monumental. My freshman season, was something that I was impressed with. I was so happy with. I truly enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I truly enjoyed it. It was like one of those moments. I threw the ball more because I didn't get to run. It felt bad. But Ohio State ended up winning the championship my freshman year. One day I'm going to be in there. Believe me, one day I'm going to win one. I mean that, for sure. One day I mean that. I'm going to win one. I don't want nowhere else to do but win that. That's the goal. I want to win one. And then my freshman season, like I said, I had a good season. A lot of interceptions, but a lot of touchdowns. Yeah, that's what you do as a freshman. When you playing in a big role, I was playing against tough teams this year. And I was running the ball. I got 11 touchdowns, 12 fumbles. Once again, I was, a lot of yards though. But, it's, once I say, upgrading myself, man. I'm got better all this season. I wanted to make sure next year y'all see the improvement because this is what you get with me. I'm about to be one of the fastest, quarterbacks you're going to see. I need to fix on my accuracy too because sometimes I threw bad passes, especially when my shoulder hurt. And when I like to run out the pocket too much. I need to work on my accuracy and my IQ. But at the moment, I was just focusing on what I need to work on the most. And mainly that's mainly my accuracy. I'm not gonna lie. The coach told me that, but I also wanted to think about what is my big move. My big move is this. The transfer portal. And like I said, guys, I'm really looking into doing that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see myself at Oregon State. I want to go play in the Clifford Conference. Get more exposure. Pac-12 is not as the Pac-12 once was with USC's, the UCLA's, the Oregons, the Cows, the Stanfords, the Washingtons. That's back then when it was tough. I didn't see it as tough. If you did like this video today, man, you know what you have to do, man. Like that video. And man, help me think where I should go next. I love y'all. I'm on my back. And when I do that, it's real crazy. Cause when I get in that game, I get shifty. Yeah. I turn on in play to a touch.